the final for this week, not the final, but the Friday version of Good Dining with Mr. Floyd. My name's Josh at Channel Archangel Raphael in Saint Germain, and that's what we do here Monday through Friday. We're inside as it is still smoky on the outside. Somebody at Henny. There you go. There's the Michael Rue. Oh, poor Rue. I miss Rue. That would be Michael Sadler last night. He had on Cynthia Sue Larson, and that's funny. The day before, I watched that International Mandela Conference video. Straight up, I just landed on it and watched it. And so I was like, wait. And then I saw another video last night, and Cynthia. There's like 3 videos in a row. I didn't watch the last one, but like 3 videos in a row. You never see anything from Cynthia show up in my feed, but I mean, I'm sub to her. But then to have the Mandela effect with the changing hats, the Grand Poobah hats that turn blue instead of brownish orange. And then so anyways. And then she was on last night on Michael Sadler. So if you get a chance to watch the Inspire Nation last night, if you don't watch Inspire Nation anyways, it's pretty good. Sometimes I'll switch over to the Cryptid Huntress if there's anything exciting there. But no, you won't want to miss Cynthia anyways. So there's one in the chat there. Helene, I put the Discord link. Right there we go. So if you want to grab that, we have a Discord server that there's not been any Discord on the Discord. It's been silent for months, but it's there so we can crank it back up. And so there's the server link is there. So if you want to join our Discord server, click the link. There's nothing else to qualify you other than you watch this channel. And so there we go. And see what we get there. But next Good Dawning. Helene, Millie. Let's see what else we got. 4 in the chat. We got somebody hiding out there. So those of you getting ready to go as well, Laura's not on the chat, but I know that today, at least Millie and Laura are going to the retreat in Phoenicia. It's just fun to say Phoenicia. Phoenicia, New York, at least that general area, where for Adam at the Medium channel. And speaking of which, Tuesday, Adam from the Medium channel will be live here on my channel. We have some light in here. On my channel. I'll go the other way. There we go. All right, so he'll be live here, not literally in my apartment, but Tuesday night we're going to do mediumship. You might do some light language, and Saint Germain will do the interview there. So we're going to slowly morph Tuesdays. I got to kind of crank down here maybe today while I am slow at work and send emails and see if we're going to have John Binney on the channel as well at the end of August. So Tuesday night live, we've got so far, I mean, assuming we can get John on a Tuesday night. Tuesday night live for John may not work because he might be Tuesday night asleep. So, but we'll figure it out, and we'll have John on at some point as well towards the end of August when he's back and settled from his trip and back in his groove. And so, we'll see what we get there, but we got Adam this Tuesday. And I was typing it up there, but if you don't do set up a live just right, you can actually delete it by accident real quick. And so I did, so I got to reset it up. No big deal. And really, that's about it. There's still 4 fires burning. So we're inside, not outside. Fortunately, only one person has passed. Pardon me. But there's that. So if you look outside, it looks pretty hazy. Where I'm at, directly over my apartment, it's not so bad, but closer to the lake, which is closer to the fires, it's really hazy, and there's a good delineation there. But so there's that. And so there we go. Other than that, gratefully, my whole lease situation took care of itself by not being signed, but yet paying. Get this. If you let things go in your universe, and this may be today's channeling, it may not be, but if you let things go in your universe and you have faith, things work out way better than you would think. And in this case, my lease, which is not signed, but yet is my rent's covered. So I'm not going to argue, but I did not pay month to month. But so who knows? But nonetheless, it seems to have taken care of itself, and I'm not technically on a lease. So I'll take that. If I don't have to sign anything, then I'm open to being able to be free. So not that I'm not free, but thank you, Mr. Floyd. It told me I was rejected for spamming. That's weird. I don't know. I just created the link, so it's a good link. So I got it off the Discord itself. Sometimes the links for Discords will expire. That's weird. I don't know. Huh. Look into that. But so as of yesterday, we've been doing light or cord cutting. We're still doing cord cutting, and we're still carrying the Pyramids of Protection from ISIS with us. And so what that means is if you're watching this in the rewind or replay there, and you're like, what the heck is this guy talking about? ISIS, we work with ISIS, and if you watch lots of other ISIS channels, or channels that work with ISIS, yeah, Yannick, aren't you going as well to the retreat for Adam Bernstein there and the Medium channel? I thought you might be going as well. Yeah, we'll see here in a minute. Yeah, I am. There you go. How awesome is this? Everybody in the chat, they're all gonna favor. You guys have fun. That's amazing. Being way out here in Colorado makes it not so super easy here to get out that far. Well, but yeah. So have a blast, guys, at the retreat. I will look forward to the pictures, and there will be I'll post it in the community page. There's a fire homa. Jared's going to do a fire homa, and that'll be up on Saturday evening. I think it's at 7 o'clock there, which would be 5 o'clock here, somewhere around there. But it's got the time. I'll post that there in the community page as well. For those like myself who cannot get all the way out to New York, North New York, nonetheless, central North New York, when we're in Colorado. So there we go. Are you vegan? Yes. Apparently a large portion of them will be vegan. So bring your nuts, berries, and twigs. All right. No, I can eat vegan. I eat vegan all the time. No twigs. But there we go. So we're going to go ahead and do some more cord cutting. Today we're going to cut cords with things that we cannot control. Whatever that is for you, for me would be the smoke. I cannot control. No, I'm not vegan or vegetarian. I'm going shopping this afternoon for a few things. All right. Yanksy and Millie need to get together. I'm going to put this in the video here. Since Millie is neither vegan nor vegetarian, and neither is Yanksy, there will guys partner up there. You can get on the Discord, text each other, whatever. But there you go. We can chat via Discord, and you guys can put something together. There's a few other of you as well. I'm getting the emails for that. So it's interesting. But yeah, you get 300 spiritual or 30 spiritual people in a room. This case will be 15, but get 15 spiritual people in a room. You're going to have 15 totally different diets and 15 totally different mental ways to think about food, energetics, and everything else. Everybody's spiritual awakening is their own spiritual awakening, and you put 15 people into a room, into a kitchen, it could get interesting because everyone's got their own specifics on how they feel they want to eat or don't want to eat, or their level of what needs to be organic or not, or it doesn't matter, or it's tap water or no tap water. You could go on. If it's in a plastic container or not? Yeah, I know somebody who won't, and nothing in a plastic container. So, I mean, I don't know. So, yeah, so it takes all types. But it can be quite interesting to get the 15 different spiritual vibrations together when it comes to wraparound food. It's quite quite interesting. It can be quite interesting, to say the least. All right, so we're going to cut some cords here. I just tried Discord again, and it says my account is disabled due to bad activity on my part. That's so weird. That means somewhere you were on a Discord, maybe, that they got kicked or something. That's so weird. But if you guys want to exchange emails, you can throw it in the chat and then delete it or something. Either way, nobody's going to chase it down. But that's just an idea. But I don't know. I'll look into, at least on my end, to see if there's anything goofy with the Discord server. And I certainly apologize there, Helene. But Discord's weird. I've never gotten a total hang on. You're never on Discord. That's so weird. Unless it's your browser settings are like incognito or something, where it's not allowing, like you surf anonymously, or you're using a VPN could do it as well. If you're on a VPN, it could block you from getting on Discord because it'll see you as like some third party from Scandinavia or wherever you are. So that could be the case as well. I've seen that where VPN will kick you out of a Discord. Not kick you out, but not let you register for Discord. Once you're registered, you're in. But the register, maybe you were hacked. It's possible, but it's a dead Discord. So there's nothing left there but the last Discord that I was on, last comment that I made. Weird. Interesting. Yeah, there you go. You can pass emails and delete. I mean, nobody's going to see the names. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and cut cords to things that we can't control. So if there's something in your universe that you're having trouble controlling, and there's lots of things you can't control, being all the way down from what goes on in DC all the way down to your boss and further. You can't control your kids. You can't control. We can't control anybody. So perfect. There we go. Well, I don't think I have Helene's email. Well, yeah, I do have Henny's email. I think, but we'll get it all figured out for sure. 9:44. All right. So it's 8:44 here, 10:44 in East Coast. So we're gonna go ahead and cut some cords. So whatever works for you. Again, when we cut cords, we're gonna do this every day. This is your daily cord cutting from Mr. Floyd Channeling's channel. And if you're not cutting cords on the weekends, you're attracting and gathering cords. So keep that in mind. This is kind of also like doing like wildfire clearing for your own personal self, so you don't spark up and catch on fire, so to speak. If you have a house in Boulder County and you're in the mountains there, you're required to have an abatement around your house where there's nothing living, so to speak, like rocks or something. So if you live in the mountains, so your house doesn't immediately catch on fire, and there's a fire break. So just like that, this is your fire break. And so if you're collecting energies over the weekend, then come Monday, you're going to be good to tinder up, so to speak, and catch on fire. And catching on fire just generally means you end up with a trauma reaction, or you react some way you don't want, or you end up going, wait, how did I end up here? What's going on? Many different things that, but that could happen here. From my end, Henny, just email me, mrfloydchannelings@gmail.com. There you go. So send me an email, Helene, at Mr. And I'll have your email anyways, which would be awesome. Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com, and I'll fling it back over to Millie for you. And I can also send Millie or Yannick's. I will send when I get the email up as well. I will send you, and I'm sure Millie doesn't care. So Millie, I'm going to send an email to Yanksy so you guys two can communicate with email addresses. And when I get Henny's email up, then I will just basically forward it over to Millie. There we go. So I'm going to get Millie in touch with Helene, and I will get, and I have Helene's email, which is blessed. And then I will get Yannick's and Millie together on my end. After this, I'll send an email marrying you guys together to both of you, email addresses. So we got it all figured out. When do you think you start offering channeling sessions? I don't do channeling sessions with my dragons. Good question. And yeah, somebody had mentioned that might have been in the chat. Part of when I'm channeling, I can't see what's in the chat. So keep that in mind. If you have any requests or anything, just email me, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. Because I can't read the chat. And sometimes it depends on the live if I can go back in and see the chat ever. But yes, as far as sessions with my dragons just are working right now with me. John had said to set them on task. So I've got my Cancer, the Cancer dragon that I have, Cancer sign, they're whatever you want, looking for more choice, more financial choice in my universe. Then I got my inner child dragon looking for more fun, and then my third eye dragon looking to help me see things more clearly. I would say, honestly, join us, what is it, not Tuesday. Tuesday morning, he'll be back. He's just not doing Thursday. So join us Tuesday with John Benny. And John does his dragon light language. That's why my dragons wanted to speak to him. He's the one who you want to speak with, to be honest with you. Because my dragons, I can ground into them, I can see them, and they're there, but I'm not anything like that, like John is. So if you want a light language with John for dragons, I would jump on with John personally, Yanksy versus myself. My dragons, I can't do much with my dragons as far as outside of myself. So, but I appreciate that. So we're going to go ahead and cut cords. So we're going to get everybody married up with emails here. And if you're watching this in the replay here, yeah, there's some channel business, and we appreciate that. So you can always fast forward as well. Good dawning, beautiful family. It's mom's Suzette. How awesome. All right. Happy birthday to Suzette's mom. And I'd sing it, but I'd probably run somebody off the channel. And I don't know if it's copyrighted to sing happy. I know Happy Birthday is an actually copyrighted song. So I don't know if singing it would actually break the copyright or not. I know probably not. If Ellen can do all of her karaoke, then there should be no reason why I can't sing happy birthday in a chat. But nonetheless, happy birthday to your mom. Fantastic. All right. So we're going to take a moment here and settle down. Whatever you want to cut, we're cutting cords to things that we have no control over. Whatever that is for you, be it the weather, the tax man, the results of an election, or anything else for that matter. You don't really have any control over it. The only thing you truly have control over is your reactions to your universe and not much else. You might have control over what you get to eat for dinner. Then again, you might not. So there you go. Think about that a second. Woohoo. So we're going to go ahead and take a moment. You can be institutions that we want to cut cords with, but it's anything that you are finding that you're frustrated with because you have no control over it. Maybe you lost a shirt at the dry cleaners, and the dry cleaners, you have no control over that. And the dry cleaner says, "What shirt?" There's something. I'm just making it up, but that happened to my dad years ago. So whatever it is for you, we're going to go ahead and take a minute here to come down. Keep in mind the pyramid of light is always going to be around us from ISIS. So as you go out in your weekend, remember, you are grounded in a protection field from ISIS. And if you're watching this, anybody watches this is automatically granted. If you accepted a pyramid of protection from ISIS, just think of it as a light pyramid that is dropped over you and your family and your home. And not to say that the universe doesn't do what it does, but if you ground into that, and really, you can't see the light spectrum, but if you ground into it, it's there. And ISIS offers her protection to you on a daily basis. Okay, so we're going to cut cords. Whatever you feel you want to cut from institutions, places, people, places, and things that you don't have control over. It could be Mother Nature as well. Could be the car in front of you that wants to randomly brake while you're on the highway. Whatever that is for you. So take a minute. This is kind of a silent deal. And there's multiple techniques. You can do the sword technique where you imagine the cord cutting out. And you're saying, like, I'm cutting a cord for my boss. I have no control over when he yells at me. Whoop. You have control of working there if you're getting yelled at by your boss, though. Whoop. Cut the cord. Or you can do it on the chalkboard. My boss. His big voice. Erase. Or you always miss the ice cream man. What time the ice cream man comes down your street? Maybe you get home at 6 o'clock, but the ice cream man drives by at 5:30, but you always want ice cream, but you miss it. But you always see people running around with their ice cream cones. I'm just truly making this up. So you're upset at the ice cream man because you can't control what time they come down the street. So you're racing the ice cream man. And the frustration behind it. All right. So whatever works for you, take another moment. We're cutting cords to people, places, and things we have no control, and situations we have no control over. Cords cutting. All right. Remember over your weekend there, if you get frustrated with something, if you're in line at the grocery store and somebody cuts in front of you, and you're like, the audacity. First off, remember the only choice you ever really have is how you react in the present moment into anything, which is going to create your universe. But if you gain a frustration over that, even though you're the next in line anyways, and they just like walked up, you're probably not the only one being skipped. But nonetheless, if you gain a frustration over that, just remember you can cut that cord immediately. Like, what a jerk. Slice, jerk, erase. I don't need that in my energy in my universe. It's really just that simple. You don't need to carry it around if you get cut off at a traffic light, whatever it is. Just be like, all right, I'm erasing that. Clear it. You could even just go as simple as I clear this whole incident from my Akashic records and may it never exist and out of my auric field. You can do that too. We are going to get into some energetic magic on Monday, where we're talking about sending your higher self and your previous self to make changes to your Akashic records. You want to make a change to your universe, you can kind of like Doc Brown yourself a letter. Remember that letter he sent to himself, from himself to himself in a future time. Remember that, or in a past time. But either way, if you can meditate into getting in touch with your previous self, then you can have your previous self reprogram your current universe and rewrite your current Akashic records. But we're going to get into that next week, and that's coming from Saint Germain. So we're going to go ahead and channel right now. By your own, so you're in control. Yeah, I can't wait for that on Monday. This relates to what I mentioned in my session that he didn't get into too deep. Yes, we've done a one-on-one with Yangtze, a second one. So if you do a one-on-one session with me, with Saint Germain Archangel Raphael, there's always, if you need a follow-up, we don't argue. Sure, and there's no charge. So we did a follow-up, and yes, it kind of fell out that there are ways, energetically speaking. Now you have to be able to ground into yourself and really make some statements that you have to. A lot of the energetics in the universe are about making statements that you have to leave alone once you do. The problem with humanity in general and us, and this is our channeling here, so I'm going to jump in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Saint Germain is right here. Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain are here, and we are here to channel through you, through Josh, for Josh, through Josh, to you, for you. There we go. We just kind of jumped in here. But the channeling, yes. So we're talking about energetics here, and most of the energetics in your universe. And here we go. This fell right into the channeling. So, which is perfect because it's already getting on 9 o'clock in Josh's universe, and he has to go to work and open the crystal shop so he can sell $60 worth. Yesterday was like $65 worth of crystal. It was a slow day, so. But then nobody wants to go out in a fire, in a wildfire, and breathe smoke to get a crystal. Not at all. You will sit at home with the crystals you have and put them on your lungs so that you can clear it. But regardless, nonetheless, you don't try to want to go out in the smoke too much. The energetics in your universe. There we go. We are talking about the energetics again. And how you put these things out, but then you take it back. So we are talking about energetics and how you think about this going fishing for a moment. We're going to use the example of your manifestations and fishing. And if you can hear, because of the smoke, there's a little bit of congestion in Josh, and it's happening all over. You can hear it. He's got the little. If he had a tissue, but we're not going to blow the nose live on camera. Live on camera, Saint Germain blowing his nose. You do not want that. So nonetheless, energetics. So if you are looking into your universe about energetics and you are trying to create something into your universe, if you put something to your universe, the question you have is, why are you taking things back? We're talking about manifestation here into your universe. And when you are putting things into your universe, when you are wanting to create something into your universe and you're putting it out there, but your energetics, then you immediately take back. So you are like fishing and you put the line into. We had discussed this before, but we are trying to get a little bit deeper because what we are trying to state is, for your universe, if you are trying to create something energetically into your universe, and you lose that faith, it's a lot of faith in your universe, faith and centered, grounded into what you want. First off, you have to know what you are looking for. So you are sitting here, you are trying to create something into your universe, so you're putting out those energetics, but you are not finding the balance in yourself, then you are not going to get what you want. You're going to state that you want something in your universe, so you are davishing into what you want. You're not going to get it either. The only way to find what you want, you will put that statement out there, but then you will take it right back by not honoring what you are saying. Lots of ways, there's a lot of things that you guys do in your universes that are saying one thing energetically, but doing something else completely. We are going to make a couple of statements here. For example, if you are wanting to make change to your universe and you watch 25 tarot card readings in a day, are you trusting your universe, for example? If you are making a statement, I am worthy, and then you go to Taco Bell and you go, I can't even afford the value menu, then you are not that there's much value in the Taco Bell menu anymore, so to speak, or the food for that matter, but we are just making a statement on inexpensive food and your energetics of how you feel about your universe. You all want change in your universe. Like Josh, for example, he's not going to the retreat because he does not have the choice to go to the retreat. You can look at your finances as an energetic choice as well. He does not have the energetic choice right at the moment. But you can also, he's grounding into the fact that he has wanted to be at the retreat, which is amazing enough. So if you can ground into, if you cannot get what you want from your universe, but if you can ground into something positive with that, that will help your universe completely. It's all about energetics, and we are trying to get you to understand in your universe. It's all about what your grander intentions are in the beginning of everything. So if you are, again, hungry and you are looking to create food in your universe and you are saying you are broke, you are going to see the $3, $5, $2 menu at the Taco Bell, which we're again not going to say is food or not. You make the decision for yourself what you consider food based on your vibration for your body. No judgments in anything of that sort. Remember, there are 8 billion people here. There are 8 billion different diets and 8 billion different ways people are going to eat that food. If you're going to sit there and look at what they are eating and judge it, then woof, we got a lot to talk about that. But everybody's going to be different, and nobody could eat the way you do. Some people will shop the ring in the grocery store, and some people go right to the frozen food section. We make no judgment on how they eat. You make the judgment. You make judgment on everything in your universe, but that's none the point. We are talking about the energetics of you trying to gather up money to eat. We're talking about, remember the other day we said, are you a creator? Are you creating in your universe? If you need to eat, you have to create some sort of way to eat. So you have to get off of your sitting universe. You cannot sit forever. So you ask what you are supposed to be doing in your universes. You ask how your universe is supposed to be, but there is no supposed to's. You are creating, you are creators, you are energetics in action. We are trying to get you to see that what you put out there and you let go becomes your universe. So if you have the grand intention, I'm going to go to Taco Bell, I have $10. And you let go, then your $10 will stretch. If you go to Taco Bell and go, I only have $10, you're going to walk out of Taco Bell feeling like you have been slighted and you did not get enough food. We are going to repeat those energetics. If you take yourself to the Taco Bell, we are not recommending you do or don't. Your powdered ground beef is up to you, grade Z or whatever it is. The powdered ground beef at Taco Bell. If you want to eat that, that is up to you. We make no judgment. We just say it's powdered ground beef. You make your own decisions. Rehydrated beef, there you go. But nonetheless, if you are going to talk about, you have $10 to your universe. I know these are grand, exciting things here, but these are some supreme energetics here that you have to look into in your universe, or not, but you will never be the master creators that you are meant to be if you're not understanding the energetics that are in play on the earth toroidal field realm and how your toroidal field works in conjunction with the greater toroidal field, which is why we are sitting here channeling in the first place. So you are at Taco Bell with your whopping $10. You can have two energetics about you at that moment. Gratitude and thankfulness that you have $10 and you can buy all the, I don't know what, double crunch churros, beefy burritos you want in your universe, the nachos. Everybody's had Taco Bell, even if you are the veganist. I'm sure at some point you want the veganist, and Taco Bell had crossed your universe. So your nachos Bel Grande, if they still, there you go. So you have $10. You can see the energetics. If I have $10 and I am grateful, and I'm going to make this work. Round one. Or you can go in second energy. I have $10. Crud. There's nothing here I can't get what I want. There's not enough to put together what I want. Two different energies, you can create that. You are making the decisions in your universe, how you see your universe. Keep that in mind. Now, you could be making those decisions based on your old deep-seated traumas, or you can stay present and make those decisions from your gratitude level. From presence, from least I have $10. It's better than not having the $10. Can you understand that in your universe? Can you see that? It's all about energetics. If you're trying to manifest something into your universe and you need $50, but you only have 20, can you at least be grateful? We're not going to block the channeling with the joie to battle. But can you at least be grateful into your universe that you at least have the $20? You are on the start. Are you sitting there going, oh, I only have 20 of the 50. It's not getting me anywhere. Or you will be positive. Ooh, I am close there. I have $20. All I need is $30. It will show up in my universe and I have trust. Energetics. You are creating the energetics you put out there. Do you want to be Charlie Brown? And woe is me. You act like Charlie Brown, then things will happen to you. Woe is me will create woe is in your universe. Do you understand that? If you say woe is me to your universe, you will get woe is me in your universe back at you energetically. We are trying to show you through this channeling that you are a mirror of your own energetic. So if you are creating the energetic toroidal field, the vibration within it, you have control over that vibrational state. You have the choice to see things in a positive light or in a negative light. There's one in the chat, for example, whose grandmother ended up in the hospital. That's a negative light. The grandmother had to be taken care of physically. That is a negative. It's a negative or positive, but when a family member has to, when a daughter is taking care of a grandmother, it is a lot. It's like Suzette is taking care of her mom. Well, now that the illness set in and this and that happened, now the grandma has to go to a nursing facility. You could have seen this as negative. Oh my gosh, she's in the hospital. This is terrible. All the way, spin it all the way around. On the 180-degree end, on the back end, mom is now free. Whew. Grandma is going to a hospital or a nursing home from the hospital. Now she is taken care of. It's all about the energetics. One day it was, oh, this is all sucky. The next day it's amazing. We are off. Everybody's universe falls into place. Mom is free, grandma gets excellent care, and everybody can go on in their universe progressing with what they need to do, knowing that everybody is taken care of spectacularly. This is how you could see our universe. It is really up to you. It's all about energetics. You could also see, oh, somebody has to go to a nursing home. This is a terrible situation. No, is it terrible? Is it better? A nursing home is way better than having, in certain aspects, going to a nursing home is way better than having your family member who's also of advanced age watch over you. Sometimes you need a break. So this is the amazing things that can happen. It's all about how you see your energetics in your universe. We're going to repeat that because these are important things. You create this. You make that choice. You don't get the promotion at the job. Remember, we had talked about you and your other coworker. You both went to Harvard for 2.5 years. You both make the same salary, but one is grounded in that frame, and one is more wishy-washy in the frame, so to speak. They are not grounded, right? So you do not see the energetic exudant from them. You are seeing more fear. You are creating this. Now, that could be based on your traumas or based on your trauma body, things you had learned in your universe, so you are not grounded. But if you are living in a timid fear state, yeah, you are going to create that in your universe, and people are going to see that. And you're going to have trouble creating your universe. So what we are getting at is you have the control of your energetics. If you had been more in your frame instead of being more timid, a lot of that is programming, but if you can learn to stand in your frame and control your energetics, you're going to find your universe to be a lot better off. You are standing there. But when you wake up in your dawning, you have that choice. How do I want to energetically appear today? What do I want to do? And am I going to take all these things that I want in my universe, when I put them out there, am I going to take them back 5 minutes later? You do that all the time. Why you put that out there and then you take it back is completely up to you. We are going to go back to the Taco Bell. If you don't have the money you are putting out there, you are hungry. So you put it out to your universe, and then you go, oh, all I have is $10. So Taco Bell is a good match. We'd rather you go to the grocery store with your $10, but your diet is up to you. You can eat your grade Z beef or whatever, your rehydrated beef. We are making no judgment, but it is all about vibration too, so keep that in mind. But again, you have the choice to say, oh, all I can do is go to Taco Bell, or you can say, oh, at least I am going to Taco Bell. You are creating these energetics. You are creating that balance, that vibration in your universe. Your boss yells at you for your TPS reports. You can absorb that as, I am a loser. I don't know how to do the TPS reports. You could absorb that as, my boss is a loser. He is always picking on me about my TPS reports. It's all about the energetics you choose at that moment in your universe. You could look at that and go, all right, he's coming over here 3 times a week to tell me my TPS reports are garbage. Where am I making a mistake? Maybe I could correct myself. You choose the energetics of your universe and how you want to lean on things, or lean off, or ground into things, or in this case, lead off. You're giving the information that your TPS reports were wrong yet again. You have that energetic choice at that moment and to davish on. I'm going to come from trauma and davish on. What are you talking about? My TPS report. And you could really lose your job if you go crazy. You could start going, you are just picking on me. You are attacking me. You want to play the victim. You could get into victim energy. You are attacking me because you don't like me about my TPS report. You could get into delusional energies. You are creating all this. And we want you to see that you have that choice. Take that pause. You have the energetic choice on what you are seeing, how you frame your energetic field. Is it so sad you only have $10 and If you're out and about and you don't want to cook, the best place to go then would be Taco Bell or 7-Eleven or something. But if you have, or you could say, at least I have the $10 and I'm grateful. You are creating the choice. There's a delineating point. These are not exciting channelings, but these are important things for you to see in your universe. You will take that pause, take a moment in your universe. Your boss comes over. Here you go. Fran rejected your TPS reports. Maybe Fran does the TPS reports. And your boss comes over. Here you go. Fran suckled everything that's wrong. Redo it. You can go, screw Fran. She's always dissing her children anyways. And you could grind into that and go in your energy. Or you could say, all right, I was wrong. Poof, your energy gets larger. I made a mistake. Your energy gets better. I will do it better next time. Are you upset? No, you are grounding into what is instead of fighting what is. You're not being attacked. You're at your TPS reports. But if you're in your dense trauma body, you could see when your boss Bob comes back and drops off your TPS reports, it's all perception, exactly, that your TPS reports were wrong because Bob hates you or something, or Fran hates you because you're like, Fran, stop talking about your children at the water cooler. I love your children. I've seen them at the company picnic. Why are you dissing your children? So then Fran comes back and says, your TPS reports are wrong. Are you seeing your TPS reports as wrong? Are you seeing Fran attacking you because you are asking her not to diss her children in front of you at the water cooler at lunch? You play your own energetic games with yourself. Keep that in mind. You misconstrued energies that you see in your universe all the time. You can do that if you want. Or can you learn to slow down and see these things as what they are? You want to davish into these things, you can, but you're at a delineation point when Bob comes over and you could go, F Fran, right in front of Bob, because you are going to trauma response immediately, right? You say F Fran in front of Bob, your boss, because Fran's the one who collects the TPS reports, and that's her job is to input the TPS reports all day. And when they are incorrect, she has to hand them back to every individual supervisor, right? So, oh, Josh's TPS reports are wrong. Here you go. Here's Bob's. Bob is Josh's supervisor. So if you are going to sit there and play an energetics of, oh, Bob being the negative messenger, doing Fran's dirty work, and Fran just doesn't like me because we stand at the water cooler, and I said to Fran, stop talking about your children, and she stormed off saying, I can talk about my children however I choose. You want to play in that, you can play in those perverted energetic games. Pardon me. We are wanting you to see how you can react. Can you be the adult in the room and go, okay, where am I wrong on my TPS reports? It is not Fran who is yelling at me. It's her job to hand me back my TPS report because this is the function. This is her function at the job. She is the one who is the master of the TPS reports. You choose these things, and I'm going to state this as carefully as possible. A lot of times you purposely choose to davish into it, and we do not know why. Why do you enjoy the energetics of disharmony? Why do you enjoy the energetics of confusion? I'm going to create. You like to play in this pity party energetic game. Woe is me. This is terrible. This sucks. You are creating all of that. You are stating all of these things to your universe when you are playing these davished energies. You are wondering why you get more friends yelling negatives at the water cooler in your universe. Because you allow that energy to attach to your dense trauma body and you davish off on it. You get triggered by Fran who hands you to Bob your TPS reports because you had a negative conversation with Fran at the water cooler. So you are thinking she is dissing your TPS reports. You are playing in your own mind. You can play in your own fake energy, so you can choose to see your reality for real. Part of the reason your universe is so out of whack, not yours personally. We do not know into whoever's watching this, their universe, but the Grand Source field is so dovishly out of whack is because half of the source field doesn't even exist. It is all crap in people's heads. Are you understanding that? It is all fake harms, and you did this to me, and energetic fights, and you realize in your universe, when you are sitting here thinking about your childhood and how terrible or amazing it was. Oh, I am so screwed up. My childhood was terrible. You realize about 50% of what you are remembering may not have actually even happened. You are making things up to support an energetic story that you feel you should be living underneath. So if you feel that you had a terrible childhood, 50% of the crap you are spewing about your terrible childhood might not have even happened. You are just trying to create supporting stories because you are running around. Your universe is the energetics of I had a crappy childhood. So you will, in any which way possible, your body, your mind, is going to do what it can to uphold that you had a crappy childhood. That is your generalized programming. Your neon sign is going crappy childhood, crappy childhood, crappy childhood. So your body, your inside has to reflect that. So you're going to take these things like, I have $10, I'm going to Taco Bell. You're not going to be like, I have $10, it's better than nothing, and I'm going to have a feast. Well, you feast at Taco Bell, but I'm going to at least fill my belly. And you will be happy or grateful. But if you are flashing crappy childhood, all I have is $10 and I have to eat this crap at Taco Bell and this is terrible and I could do better for myself, but I'm stuck here because all I have is the $10 that I found on the floor of the walk van or whatever, which might not even be your $10. But you are getting the ego be gone, yes. Your ego is never your amigo. Ralph Smart would do that. If you remember, we were talking yesterday. To the left, to the right when he wants to make it a point. Ralph Smart. So there you go. But your ego is never going to be your amigo, but your ego is going to get in your way. Your expectations of your universe are going to get in your way. The sadness. Say you are carrying sadness. You feel sadness all your universe. Your mother, your father beat into you sadness. So that's your frame, right? Everything was framed in your universe to create you to feel sad. It happened. That's how you are framed. You're taught. Your energetics are taught, and then you're building a frame for yourself, energetically speaking, when you're from age 0 to 7. There we go. So if your energetic frame built by your parents, your teachers, your co-classmates, the children you hung out with, not that you had any choice to hang out with them in daycare, whatever it was, the traumas, all of that built your frame, right? So if your frame was built on crap or built on lack, then you're going to always carry that around. So no matter what, if you had $20, you would go to the Taco Bell and you'd be like, well, at least $20. What am I? It would never be enough. You're always going to be in that lack state. Keep that in mind. Your energetic set, how you see your universe, what you see out there, how you energetically see. We're not talking about like black and white but if you are seeing, do you see black and white or shades of gray? There we go. How you frame your universe. $10? Awesome. Or do you feel sad and depressed because you are standing at Taco Bell and all you have is $10? You understand these energies. You understand that feeling when you are creating all of this. This is all tied into your programming, but this is how your universe, when your boss is yelling at you about your TPS reports and you're thinking you're being victimized. Are you being victimized, or can you look in honestly into your universe? Did you forget to cross a T or dot an I, for example, on your TPS report? If you did, then you have every right not to be yelled at. Nobody has a right to be yelled at, but you have every right to be corrected because this is your job. And if your job is to do the TPS report and Fran noticed you made a mistake, Fran is not attacking you. She is doing her job. It is your twisted energetics that are feeling that you are being attacked. Yes, it's all driving into your ego, but it's all driving into your programming as well. You carry the energetics into the situation. Is the seat at the baseball game garbage? You are in the upper deck, but you only had $15. So you and your friend both, between the $15, you bought $7.50 seats. You got into the ballpark. Is the upper deck seat crap or is it comfortable? Because you are two of you by yourself. You're up there. You can relax and lounge out. The sun is coming in. It's all again. And how you choose the energetics. This is crap. I can barely see the baseball players. My 7, I'm going to have to sneak into a better seat because you are not grounded in where you are currently at. You are not in acceptance. A lot of this has to do with accepting the energies in your universe. See how we could go on like this forever with this topic alone. So you are sitting there at the baseball game. You produce the energy. Well, your friend. We are in the game. At least we got to the game. This was our intention. You could make it a goal, but don't have it as an expectation. If the game was sold out, which it's not. No, what baseball game is sold out in America these days? None. But nonetheless, if the game was sold out, then you have an expectation of going. Woe is you. You could have an expectation of going to a game, especially for like Josh in the Colorado, where they have like 5,000 people who go to the baseball game and they have like 40,000 seats. So you could easily expect to get a ticket. But if you're like the Taylor Swift show, if you're going to Taylor Swift, you cannot expect to get anything other than a headache if you're looking to find a ticket 5 minutes before the show starts. Let's be honest. So it's about your intentions. But if you're intending to get into the baseball game, you now control the energetics of this seat is amazing or this seat sucks. If your universe is built on an energetics of lack, sucks, you've never had enough, or your parents programmed into you that you will never be satisfied. The universe doesn't give you what you want. You get what you have coming to you, maybe. Then you might sit in that seat and go, I deserve better seats, but this is what was given to me, so I guess this is the best I can get. Or maybe you don't deserve better seats. This is the best seat I deserve because that's how your universe. Oh, you do not get to go to the game. You do not deserve to go. Maybe your parents did a lot of that in your universe. Energetically, you don't deserve this, or you do deserve that. We are just trying to get you to see how all of this is a greater play, how you are in control of that. So you are sitting there. When you sit there, if you are at Taco Bell, again, and you are like, I deserve better. Maybe you are feeling like you are a lower person. Or, I don't even deserve to eat the Taco Bell, for example. You could say that in your universe, but then where in your universe were there people who are squashing your energies? You have to look into these things. You are the one who's creating the dance, and it's all coming from your energetics. It is our grand intention to teach you about your energetics, of course. That's what we've been doing all along, the tendrils that you leave behind. When you are arguing with Fran at the water cooler about her child, and then Fran's energy is here and on you, and you are sitting at your desk, and an hour later you're like, Fran, why are you always yelling at your children? You drive me nuts. And you always have to discuss that with me. Katikad, you control the energetics. You set yourself up in your frame for how you are going to spin up or see things. You are at the baseball game. Your friend is amazed. He is grateful. We took our $15. We each got a seat. We are in the ball game. And then he pulls out the peanuts from his jacket that he smuggled in. Ha, ha, ha. See? But nonetheless, you are sitting there going, all we had was $7.50. We got these crappy-ass seats. Why did we even bother to show up? Two different energies. You have the choice. Can you see that in your universe? If you cannot, that is okay. You are just reacting strictly from trauma. You will get there. If you see, you start to feel that inkling. Ooh, why am I feeling this way? I shouldn't be depressed. I'm at the baseball game. Ground yourself into that. Hold that thought, so to speak. Because we want you to then look into that. You get these energetic spots, even if you're at the ball game. It's your job. This is your life job to, why am I sitting here feeling like I'm a loser because I have a $7.50 seat near the upper deck of the ballpark, but I'm chill and the sun is on me and I have binoculars, right, so I can still see the ball. And I have oxygen so I can breathe because it's way up here in the upper deck right now. Just kidding. But when you get that inkling that I am feeling like a loser or not worthy, my universe sucks because I had only the $7.50 seat, can you ground into that? Can you feel into that space? Can you hold that energy so that you can, we're going to do this, kind of drive yourself into that energy, right? Because if you have that energy coming up, you could go, I'm a loser, so this is the best I can do. Or you can freeze that and go, I am feeling not very good. I don't know why a $7.50 seat at the ballpark is making me feel like a loser, but it is. Ground into that. What is going on? Maybe my dad bought me better seats, or maybe I feel like I should be ahead in my universe and should be able to afford a $20 ticket. There could be a million different things, but if you slow down, freeze. We're not saying to ruin your ball game, but take 5 minutes to look into your own energetics. You will spend more time looking at a restaurant menu than you will wondering why you feel out of sorts energetically. You know that. You will spend more time deciding on the toppings for your pizza than you will wondering why you wake up in your dawning feeling depressed or angry, or why you are depressed at the ballpark because you are sitting in a 750 seat while your other friend is amazed that he is in the ballpark alone and happy just to be in the ballpark. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled. We are wanting you to understand the energetic plays in your universe. If you're in Taco Bell and you have $10 and you are sitting there feeling like a loser and a waste because you only have $10, first off, you are grounding into the fact of the $10. It is not you. Taco Bell is definitely not you as well. You are just there to survive, right? I am here. I have to put food in my belly. Or if you want to call Taco Bell food, haha. But I have to put something in my belly and create an energetic transaction in my belly so that my body will continue to move on, to live. Now, technically, you could probably go months without eating if you are drinking electrolytes and such, and lemon juice, and what not. But we digress. You are road tripping and you stop at Taco Bell. You can be depressed. Ugh. I am better than Taco Bell. Why am I at Taco Bell? All I have is $10 as well. This sucks, man. I am better. I could go somewhere else. Let's go to Subway at least. But there's no Subway. But all I have is $10. I guess I'm a loser, so I have to eat at Taco Bell with my $10. This is all I can afford. And this is where we stopped. I'm grateful. I have $10. I can stretch my $10 pretty far at Taco Bell. The food is not the best, and I know it's low vibrational, but when you have only $10, it's better than nothing, and I will eat it with gratitude. And next time I will have more money because it's coming. I can trust in my universe. And so we'll go to Subway at least and make a better sandwich, the veggie footlong, so to speak. But you are getting the idea. These are the energetics you play in your universe. If you are the first of the examples, not the happy example eating Taco Bell because it's better than eating the $10 bill, so to speak, for sure. Can you freeze yourself in that moment? We are not asking you to carry a notepad and write it out, but ground into yourself and feel those energies. Ask yourself why I feel this way, and allow for it as well. You will label yourself this, that, or the other because you are feeling something. Remember that. You are not a loser if you are feeling that you are a loser. It's the loser who doesn't dig into the emotions of feeling like a loser. That's the loser. If you are feeling something and you are trying to ignore it to be, or whatever, just grinding into I am a loser, and you are not allowing yourself to separate yourself from the emotional state. You're driving into it. Party on Wayne. But if you can freeze your universe and go, okay, why am I feeling like a loser in Taco Bell? Because when I was a child, my mother said, this is all we could do is eat Taco Bell, Wendy's, and we have $5. This is the best we can do. And yes, we are not doing so well. And so you are conflating all of that and seeing that you are the childhood loser, that your parents have been putting out that we are a loser family because we only have so little money and have to eat Wendy's or Taco Bell. Or if you go back, Zantigos before Taco Bell. Ha, ha, ha. But nonetheless, so you can, in your universe, maybe you're conflating that with broken childhood memories or something. Look into that. Don't just keep grounding into I am sad, and every time I have to eat at Taco Bell, my universe just dovishes into more sadness. What we are asking, it is your energetic play. If you don't want to see why you are playing that way in your energetics, then why are you even in the play? Releasing transmission. There we go. Oh, wow. You know, it's funny. I love, I keep thinking Stuart Smalley, right? I'm grateful. People do like me. No, but nonetheless, you choose your energetics. So yeah, if you got 750 and you go to the ballpark, be great. You're in the ballpark. I mean, come on. Your town has a major league team. If you like baseball, you could ground into that. It's just a matter of seeing how you create the energetic dance within your universe, how you bring those energetics to the situation. Do you bring in the energetics of positivity Or are you grounded in the negativity? Are you grounded in the traumas? And it's okay to be. It's okay to feel upset, to be depressed, that all you have is $10 and you're standing in Taco Bell while your best friend is like, whoo, I'm in Taco Bell and I got $10. All right, I can do this. It's okay. Just remember, hold your frame. You are not the depression. You are not the $10 or the lack that you feel you have because you only have $10 and you're at Taco Bell. And if you allow yourself to slow down and just go, yeah, you know what? This reminds me of when I was a kid and my mother was like, all I got is $10. We'll do the best we can here at Taco Bell. When you were a kid, $10 would be a feast at Taco Bell. But okay, all I got is $5. Inflation, right? And so this is the best we can do. Maybe you're grounding into those, see that, and then you're like, oh, that's why I feel this way. We don't do that. We just drive on, or we dervish into it, and then we're sitting in the car feeling pressed. And now 2 hours later, you're not at Taco Bell, but you and your friend are in the car, and you're still at Taco Bell. That's what we're talking about. You're carrying your boss, Taco Bell, whatever it is, the waiter that ripped you off, whatever it is, and you're carrying these things down the street and around the corner. So if you want to do that when you're going to visit the cat down the road, you know Ralph Smart there, don't bring that stuff to them. They don't want to hear it. Ground into yourself. Take a moment. Pause. Slow down. If you can't get past the energy, knowing at least, having an inkling of where it comes from, just acknowledging it first is the first step. We'll start from there. You control the energetics in your universe. They may be based off of reactions from your traumas and others, but it's your responsibility as a human, as an energetic being, to at least pause and allow yourself to understand the energetics that you are in, or at least feel them. All right, there we go. Have a fantastic Friday. Saint Germain is going to ask you one quick question. Are you going to fry something today? If not, we have the Boulder County Fair around the corner for Josh, which we are surprising because they are staging fire trucks there too. So it might be smaller this year, but nonetheless, they have the Boulder County Fair around the corner. So we are having the Boulder County Fair. He's going to get something fried maybe this evening if he goes to the Boulder County Fair. Are you getting fried in your day? Don't get fried in your brain, and don't let your energetics fry you. You are in control, and if you are feeling fried, or feeling upset, and not understanding your energetics and why you are davishing in a situation, take a deep breath, and at least try to frame yourself together. And if you can write it out, great. If not, subtract yourself from the situation for a moment so you can ground yourself. We love you. There we go. So that happens sometimes. All right. So there we go. So we're going to let you guys go. It's 9:30. Go brush my teeth and actually go take my vitamins and get out of here to go to the Crystal Shop. So Crystal Blue Persuasion for you guys. Have an awesome weekend. I didn't see Laura here, but Yanksy and Millie, I know you two are both going to meet each other in less than 12 hours. You two will be standing in the same room. So fantastic. This is what we're talking about here. You see the moving energetics in all of this. How freaking awesome is this? You never know, right? Coming out to Colorado one day. We'll have a retreat on top of a mountain. You never know. All right. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful all. Have a fantastic weekend. Grateful. And I'll see you all in the next.